Oh, gentlemen, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good.
I'm good. I'm doing great. Love season two. Start with you because as we can see now, diving into this new season, it's a lot darker, very intense. What the heck were you most excited for to take it into this journey?
Um, I like the duality of the king, this uh political peacekeeper, but I also like that we're starting to transition into this wartime general, and that we get to see him break a spear out, and we get to see what happens when diplomacy breaks down and evil is knocking at the gates. And it's fun as a fan, as uh, someone who enjoys the physical side of it, but also I really like and appreciate that the show's approach to stunt work and
Yes,
battle scenes, that it's still an extension of the narrative, that the movement of violence becomes an illustration of who these characters are.
100%. Yeah, it is. It's so choreographed so well and beautiful to watch this. Robert, for you, I mean, come on, iconic character, no question about it. For you to have taken this on and to see where he was in the first season, like I said to Ben, and now to see where he's going in season two, what excited you the most?
Um, I definitely think that there's a sort of understanding and maturity that's developing within Elrond. I think for a long time he doesn't really. It's that whole thing of what does it mean to be half elven? What does it mean to be um that way? He's spent a long time pondering over what that means for him, for himself, and now he's moving more into using it as a strength. He's greatly outnumbered in the Battle of Eregion, and yet
Yes,
he just keeps pushing forward, makes it all the way to the wall, makes it all the way to the siege weapon, and almost destroys it. So he almost succeeds, and if his plan had have worked out the way he wanted it to in his head,
yeah.
he would have won. And so, it's all there for him, in terms of his tactical mind and his heart and his abilities, and he can bring a lot to the table. And I think he's starting to realize that it didn't go his way this time, but
Right.
but he's growing into the leader that I think he'll become.
Yeah, it's very exciting to watch it. Not to downplay anybody's performances on this show. I mean, everybody is so phenomenal. But then when you walk on these sets, like they're so grand, they're huge, the costumes. I mean, so much goes into the behind the scenes for us as viewers to watch this. What's it like, Ben, you first, to walk onto that set and get so immersed into this world?
Well, if you allow it to, it does a lot of the work for you.
Yeah.
And because the people that have dressed the battlefield and been up at 4 in the morning putting on prosthetics on stuntmen and stunt women, they care about this as much as you do.
Yes.
And so you allow that support to augment what you do, and your job becomes don't screw it up. And I take that as a real privilege, to feel that supported. And um, no, people ask about the pressure of the show, and
Yeah.
the pressure of depicting Tolkien's literature, but the truth is we are incredibly supported, and it's an honor.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
very
it's
quickly,
it's it's humbling as you ride a horse into the battlefield.
of course it is. And
Sorry,
Robert,
I'm
very
cutting
quickly
in the
for
rug.
you, like, how does that help you? When you put those ears on, you're immersed, man.
Yeah. I mean, the battlefield in particular, I thought this season was amazing because it's such a odd place for Elrond to find himself, and for me to find myself.
Yeah.
The mud. Like the so many nights I'd walk back like this, head to foot covered in mud and sludge. It was disgusting. But you really got the ability to just go in there and throw yourself into it in real way. I was really grateful for how real that thing was. There's nothing fake going on there. I'd be like, okay, in a minute we're going to have a sort of explosion, and then the action, boom, and this thing blows up.
Oh wow! All right.
And you're like, oh okay, and you just got to not screw up your part. They really, with that battlefield, they really pulled it off.
Well, you guys are definitely not screwing up your parts. You're amazing. Thank you so much for your time today. Really, really appreciate it. We love you here in Canada. Keep up the great work, and thank you for your time today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.